Hello and welcome back to a new video in a new clan. I know, another new clan, but this clan is much different from our normal clans, and this is Asterclan. And this is less of a clan and more of a kingdom of sorts in this extremely odd camp they're in with the new update of Clangen that I really wanted to play, but I didn't want to play it in Leaf Clan, and I wanted to play it in like a more dedicated clan to this. But then I also thought, like, what if we do something different, less of a clan, more of like a kingdom of sorts, so I decided to make Asterclan. Anywho, let's just get started, shall we? So, our leader and our main guy is Aster, who is very dedicated to having someone of his own line kind of becoming the next leader after him. So I guess that is going to be interesting because the deputy right now is definitely not bloodline of Aster, and he does have a mate. It was kind of like more of a less of a love sort of thing and more of a I forgot what it's called, arranged marriage in quotes. And his mate is Prance Pelt, but we can see her soon. But this is Aster. He's very charismatic. He's an incredible runner. And I think he was even a good swimmer, but I think that actually disappeared because I don't know why. It just did. But anyways, next is Flood Spike, our deputy, like I was talking about earlier. And he is incredibly nervous. He's a formidable fighter and great climber. He is only 18 moons old, and he thinks that he was set out to be the next king of Asterclan, but truly, if that will even happen, it's kind of a long shot. And also, I've never seen, like, I don't watch YouTube videos anymore, basically. But, so that's why, if you're like, well, you're copying blah, 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 and you're having, like, a kingdom, well, it's just monarchy, really. I don't think you can control a form of government in a story. Anyways, Flood Spike is feeling sassy today. He's ready to take on the world as this grandiose kind of guy here. And if he even thinks that, like, oh yes, I'm going to be the next leader, or king, I should say, it's very rare. But he thinks that. And next is his mother and the medicine cat, Robin Beak, who she is very faithful and a prophecy seeker. She is currently eavesdropping on her son, Flood Spike. Maybe she's like, don't get too ahead of yourself, son. You should know that Aster is very picky about who will succeed him, so yeah. And next is Lycanfur, who is just a normal warrior. He has an apprentice named Slatepaw. He has a natural senses, and he's a good fighter. And I think he's more of just a guard, really. He doesn't really have a mate, and he does want to go on a journey. I think he is super adventurous, but he wouldn't step out of line against Aster ever. He's very loyal to Aster, and let's actually see their relationship with one another. Yeah, he has a pretty high respect for Aster, but even more for the deputy, Flood Spike. So that's interesting. Maybe he just really cares for Robin Beak, so it's like, I guess I'll care for Flood Spike as well. I guess. Next is Prance Pelt, who is Aster's mate. She is incredibly charismatic and an eloquent speaker and a good swimmer. And she somehow has a gaggle of kits following her. She's very quiet. She doesn't really... She's not really looked up as a queen yet, I don't think, because they just kind of got together. But I think that she won't take no for an answer if she wants something done. Next is Night Curl, who kind of spends most of his days with the kittens, and he is spending a considerable amount of time grooming, looking after probably the two kits. And one of these kits is actually his quote-unquote brother. Well, it's more... I'm trying to decide if it should be a brother or like a son of sorts. No, I think it's his son. He has an adopted son. And that adopted son is Ice Kit, but we can get to him later. Oh, no. Nightcurl, yes. Okay, next to Russet Paw, whose mentor is Prancepelt, who is aka the Queen, and I think he's eavesdropping on Marsh Clown, which is actually Lichen Pelt, I think. I renamed them. But anyways, Russet Paw, he's very confident. He's not like Floodspike in like he thinks he should be the next king, or like he might be the next king, but he's very nervous. He's just trying his best. Like, I'm trying not to make the same personality twice. Quick to make peace, constantly climbing. I think he gets distracted very easily. I think he always likes climbing like the moon quartz spikes things, and always like, there's an argument, I think he'll be like, guys, just chill out, because even though he is like this, I think he's also a little narcissistic and arrogant, and just, he's like, guys, chill out, but then like make it about himself, if that makes sense. And next is Slate Paw, who is mentored by Lichen Fur, who is just adventurous. And I think Slate Paw, he's very just like, he'll follow his mentor into anything, really. He's very childish and interested in clan history. And I honestly really think he really respects, I can actually check. I think he really respects Asterstar, and he does. He really does. I think Slate Paw's idol is Asterstar. And Lichen Fur, is very loyal to Asterstar as well, so that kind of makes sense. Next is Cherry Kit, he's very, he's a daydreamer. I think he spends most of his days in the nursery, kind of just like playing with shiny stones that are around the camp area. That's kind of all we really know from him. He's a moss ball hunter. I think he also has an avid collection of moss balls, so yeah. And Ice Kit is, like I said earlier, parent Nightcurl. He is an avid play fighter and very daring, and I think Nightcurl honestly could see an incredible warrior/guard one day in him. And I guess that kind of makes sense, because that's what Asterstar is trying to get in his clan. Where is he? There he is. He's under the rock, and like I said, very daring, because he is literally on the rock that the cats announce things on. Or should I say Nightcurl, or not Nightcurl, Asterstar kind of announces things on. But yeah, like I was saying, this is Asterclan. It's very monarchy, and there's some things that might not be said right now, but might happen later, and you guys will be very interested to see that. But anyways, let's get started with a single patrol. And I think Asterstar, he's going to sit back and relax. And Prancepelt is also going to be deducted? I don't know if that's the right word. She will not be allowed to go on any patrols, because Asterstar currently needs an heir, and Prancepelt cannot be killed. That's something that cannot happen. So I think Floodspike will go on a patrol with Lichen Fur and Slate Paw, and I think it can be a border patrol. The patrol spots a badger making a den on Wolverine clan territory. Is that the other clan? Interesting. I think Floodspike, he is trying to prove himself, but he's very nervous, so I think he'll proceed, but very, very cautiously. Floodspike is not willing to let any cat die to a badger. They order the patrol to continue on while they wait on an Wolverine clan patrol to come by and give them a warning about the badger. He's considerate. He's very considerate. Anywho, let's continue. Russet Paw will go... Oh, you can't go on a patrol with Prancepelt. Okay, you go on a patrol with Nightcurl, and Nightcurl alone, I think. And I think it can be a hunting patrol. Your patrol catches the scent of a red fox. Tracking it, they find an animal feeding on a mountain goat kid carcass. It's impossible to say whether the fox killed it or found it. We'll proceed. Nightcurl, he knows Russet Paw. He's trying his best. He's very, like I said earlier, self-absorbed in a very small way. This self-absorbed behavior might grow as he grows, but currently it's not that big. And he knows Nightcurl knows, though, right now that he's also very good at climbing, and he's very confident, so I think we'll proceed. And the patrol launches into battle. I'd say Russet Paw would dive in first, and then Nightcurl would follow after him. But Russet Paw is caught with a nasty bite, and the cat gives up on challenging for the food in favor of quickly helping Russet Paw back to the medicine den. Oh, Russet Paw, that is not looking good, and I think Prance Pelt would openly say to Russet Paw that they're very disappointed in Russet Paw. But anyways, let's time skip one moon. Let's see here. Russet Paw's pelt is looking much better. Thank goodness. Prance Pelt sits in the crowd, chest puffed out in pride as they watch Russet Paw become Russet Heart, and honored for their daring. Maybe for their daring nature? They consider themselves lucky to have been able to train such an amazing young cat and look forward to see the warrior they become. Interesting. And Prance Pelt misstepped and slipped on a rock, dislocating a joint. That's the same thing we just saw, and that's the same thing we also just saw. Okay. Floodspike appreciates Prance Pelt, telling them that they had a feather stuck to their face. Prance Pelt probably said that half-heartedly and be like, you have something on your face, and it's... I don't know how she'd say it. She'd probably be like, you look really stupid right now, there's a feather on your face. Nightcurl calls to Prance Pelt to catch them a fat mouse on their next hunting patrol. I think Nightcurl has been spending more time with Ice Kit, and I think Prance Pelt, even if she doesn't like to admit it, does really feel respect for people who take care of kittens, because they're not so easy. And Prance Pelt, honestly, if she won't say it, she's not scared to become a mother, but she does know it takes a lot of work. Nightcurl thinks Russet Paw is very helpful. I think Nightcurl kind of recommended Russet Paw to become a warrior after that fox attack. Russet Heart swaps favorite prey with Nightcurl. I think that's kind of thank you for recommending me to Aster, since you are guard, a full guard of the nursery here, and the queen of sorts kind of respects those kind of people, or cats, not people, and kind of made me a warrior early. What the heck? Anyways, I'd have to check if he was actually made a warrior early. Russet Heart, Prance Pelt, and Ice Kit had a nice talk while eating. Lichen Fur saw Robin Beak show off a skill that they never knew they had. I think Robin Beak has constant tricks up her sleeve. And if she wanted to, she could be a warrior. But not really. I think she prefers healing. Anyways, Lichen Fur said that they'd cover for Floodspike. But when it came time, they got Floodspike in trouble. Lichen Fur, you weren't supposed to do that. Lichen Fur, I thought you respected Robin Beak, and to do that to her one and only son, kind of backstabbing moment right there. Aster reminds Lichen Fur to grab something from the fresh kill pile. Oh, maybe it was Aster's fault. Maybe Aster purposely told Lichen Fur to grab something and eat, so that they'd forget that they kind of had an issue, or not an issue, but a thing to do with, Floodspike. Maybe Aster is trying to make the clan distrust Floodspike. Robin Beak mews congratulations to Russet Heart for a job well done. Robin Beak is sharing tongues with Cherry Kit. Probably Cherry Kit is showing her his moss ball collection. Prance Pelt caught Russet Heart complaining about them behind their back. Prance Pelt will not will not see that as a very good thing. And I think after just making him a warrior, she might have some doubts. Slatepot is having a wonderful time discussing recent clan news with Lycanfur. Makes sense. Cherry Kit caught Robinbeak complaining about them behind their back. Robinbeak's probably... She's not the same as, Prance Pelts, I think. Yeah, that's her name. She doesn't really care for people who take care of kids because she had to do it all by herself, and nobody respected her. Well, she was a medicine cat, so it doesn't, it makes sense because that's technically against the warrior code, but, she's still very kind of upset at the clan. And Ice Kit covered for Slatepot on something minor. I don't know what that could possibly be, since Ice Kit, I think you're like 3 moons old or something. Anyways, like I was saying earlier, how Russet Heart might have graduated early, it is true, and he has. He's a very good fighter and a good climber and a good mediator, but he's definitely not going to follow that through in his careers as an Asterclan cat. He definitely wants to be a guard/warrior. And let's actually check how Prince Pelt made them. So they were honored for daring. Okay, that's it. When I mean how Prince Pelt made them, usually it says that their mentor was Prince Pelt, and it kind of made them more this or more confident or more that, So yeah, that's what I was looking for, but didn't really happen. Slatepaw wonders if they could still fit in the nursery. I think even though he does just want to be a basic guard, just like his mentor, want to be very keen follower of Aster, he wishes he could still sleep in the nursery because sometimes he gets a little scared of the creepy, eerie cave sounds. Cherry Kit is telling Floodspike another story and another and another and another. Floodspike's not going to say no to Cherry Kit because, well, he doesn't have the heart. And he respects Cherry Kit as a future follower, probably one of his future citizens of his clan, and he will probably be there to see him become king, which is what he thinks, so he's gonna be nice to Cherry Kit. And let's check out Ice Kit, sneaking into the leader's nest. Very daring. I don't think... Even though Aster is probably very annoyed, he's not going to say anything because his beloved in question marks meat is... She likes kits. She respects Nightcurl. And he's not going to yell at Nightcurl, but he will, he's going to hold his tongue. Actually, what is up with you, Prance Pelts? I forgot what happened. Oh, yeah, you dislocated a joint. Winked playfully at a clanmate from across the clearing. Honestly, probably Aster. They do have 2 romance already. Yeah, she does respect and high platonic like with Nightcurl. No relationship logs. What about you? Nightcurl calls Print. Oh, yeah. Okay. Next. Yeah. A bit cross with Ice Kit. I didn't see that. Wait a second. I did not see that. Probably because I just started with Russet Heart and went down, so I didn't see any of these. Okay. Aster gives a particularly rousing speech at the clan meeting. I wonder what that could possibly be. Oh gosh, a nightmare with a rushing river nearby. Is that foreshadowing? I don't know. Robinbeak is craving the taste of mouse. Lycanfur involves the kids in a game to make them believe about traveling through a strange land. Maybe he's telling a story about one time how he was in a meadow, and these cats have never seen a meadow before. These kittens, I should say. They've constantly lived their life underground. Prance Pelts, yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's all. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple more patrols, and then I'm gonna end off the video. Okay, let's see. Patrol. I think Aster will stay with Prance Pelt. He's kind of lazy. But I think Floodspike will go out with Russet Heart and Lycanfur, and then Slatepaw, of course. I think Russet Heart will actually stay back. Well, we're gonna need, okay. Okay. Your patrol encounters a swarm of two legs gathered at the foot of the mountain. Maybe they're cave miners. I think Floodspike. He gets nervous and two legs scare him. He decides to hunt elsewhere. Good. Nightcurl and Russet Heart seem to be on a patrol with each other again. But I guess I'll do Border, I guess. Oops, that was an accident. Well, it's still Border. Russet Heart spies a fat rabbit on the other side of the Sycamore clan border, a tempting opportunity to be sure. But it may not be wise to hunt on a different clan's territory. Russet Heart doesn't care. Proceed. Russet Heart pounces with no hesitation. They easily kill the rabbit before glancing up and coming face to face with the Sycamore clan cat. After a short tussle, Russet Heart flees back over the border and limps their way home. The rabbit certainly wasn't worth the trouble. And he has made relations with Sycamore clan worse. I wonder what Prance Pelt has to say about that. And I'm actually going to check up. No, I'm not going to time skip. I'll see you guys next time. I think I'm done for today. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed that, please like the video, subscribe if you're new, comment down below your favorite character, and how do you think Asterstar is going to feel when he finally has some children and he wants them to be king or queen, and then Floodspike is in the way. What do you think he's gonna do? I don't know. Comment down below like I said, and yeah, see you guys later. Bye.